Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. So today I want to feature for you guys a video clip that has seldomly ever been seen. And the reason for that is, well, because it was never supposed to be public. However, when it eventually was, it gave the world a really good insight into the controversy that surrounded another one of the most infamous UFO sightings in history, which has become known as the 2006 O'Hare Airport incident. Now, for those of you who have never heard of this sighting, basically in a nutshell, back on November 7th, 2006, people and workers and pilots and flight attendants all witnessed and reported the sighting of a large saucer or disc-shaped UFO over the Chicago O'Hare International Airport. And on this day in 2006, federal authorities at the airport received a report that a group of 12 airport employees were witnessing a so-called metallic saucer-shaped craft hovering over gate C-17. The object was first spotted by a ramp employee who was pushing back United Airlines Flight 446, which was departing Chicago for North Carolina. The employee then informed the crew of Flight 446 of the object that was right above their aircraft, and it is believed that both the pilot and the co-pilot witnessed the object as well. Several independent witnesses outside of the airport also saw this object. One of the people described a, quote, blatant disc-shaped craft hovering over the airport, which was, quote, obviously not clouds. According to the witness, nearby observers gasped as the object suddenly shot up through the clouds at high velocity, leaving a clear blue hole in the cloud layer. According to the Chicago Tribune, the disc was visible for approximately 5 minutes, sitting up in the clouds, and was seen by close to a dozen United Airlines employees, ranging from pilots to supervisors, who had heard chatter on the radio and raced out to get a look at it. So far, no photographic evidence of the UFO has surfaced, although it was reported that one of the United Airlines pilots was in possession of a digital camera at the time of the sighting and may have photographed the event. The sighting of this object over O'Hare was so controversial, in fact, that a government inquiry was later called for, citing the fact that any time an airborne object can hover for several minutes over a busy airport in secure airspace no less, but not be registered on radar or seen visually from the control tower, constitutes an obvious threat to flight safety. And of course, later on, both United Airlines as well as the FAA denied that they had any information about this sighting. That is until later on when a Freedom of Information Act request was sent, which subsequently uncovered a phone call by the United supervisor to an FAA manager in the airport tower concerning the UFO sighting. Still, the FAA's stance concluded that the sighting was caused by a, quote, weather phenomenon, and that the agency would not be investigating the incident, which of course stoked anger in the witnesses who had seen the object. So that's just a quick backstory here, and again, it's one of the most infamous, well-documented UFO sightings ever. So many witnesses, respected witnesses who know what they saw. It was a massive, metallic, disc-shaped craft hovering up in the clouds that, as you guys heard earlier, was witnessed suddenly blasting upwards into the clouds, which then created a hole in said clouds that hung around for a short while after. Now, they calculated just about how high up the cloud cover was that day, and they estimated it to be about 10,000 feet. Which then allowed them to calculate that the cylindrical hole that was punched in the clouds reached about 8,000 feet tall. And so within about 1 to 2 seconds time, this object pushed up and completely evaporated nearly 8,000 feet of cloud, creating a massive hole, and would have had to have done this with an astronomical amount of energy to evaporate such a massive amount of cloud cover. Now, as an example, 747 engines use about 60 megawatts of energy. which is only half of the energy that would have been needed for the UFO to punch this massive hole 8,000 feet up. Which means that this saucer either would have had to have been radiating heat, enough heat to evaporate this water instantly within 1 to 2 seconds, or that it created some sort of electromagnetic pulse that would allow it to heat the air column so quickly. And according to witnesses, once again, was definitely not a weather phenomenon, a reflection, or another plane. It's also worth mentioning that we have spoken about these hole punches in the clouds that have occurred all over the world, with many of them in fact happening over airports. And so without further ado, the video that I'm going to show you here is actually the leaked news footage that was recorded just before the actual public broadcast. And again, it gives us more insight into this UFO sighting and just how seriously they were taking it. So without further ado, enjoy this clip, and I will see you guys back in just a bit.
Oh, hey, here's John. Hey, John.
Hey, Jim, how are you?
Well, fine, thanks. How are you?
Busy with this UFO stuff.
Oh, my God. Did you see it hit the Fox crawl Monday night?
Did it? It's just been everywhere. I mean, I've been on CNN, did my 4th appearance today.
Really?
Every MSNBC, every network.
Oh, my goodness.
And just worldwide. I mean, Australia, everywhere.
That's what we're going to start off, I'm going to say. And John, the response has been, well, out of this world, hasn't it? Congratulations. So where's the latest on the investigation in the FAA, then?
Well,
is by this time tomorrow going to prove
yeah, United is now acknowledging that they were approached by employees. So they've done that flip-flop. And I'm trying to locate photos of this. I'm told there may be photos.
Really? Wow. That would be cool. I'm told that the story on CT has almost 1 million hits.
Yeah, it's the most read story in the history of CT.com.
You're kidding me.
No, I got an email yesterday from Bill Adee.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, yeah, in the entire history of the website.
Oh, incredible.
So.
Incredible. So does the possibility exist? You might get the pictures and get them in for tomorrow? Or
oh, no, I don't think... No. I mean, I'm told the pilots on that plane that was being pushed back, you know, I said in the story that they opened the windscreen and stuck their head out. Now I'm being told that one of them had a digital camera and snapped some pictures.
Wow.
So United's not playing ball with me, and FAA, I've expanded my FOIA to include the flight plan, which might include the pilots' names. And I'm trying to work with the union as well.
Are they still going by weather phenomenon?
FAA, you know, pretty much because of the federal holiday, I haven't talked to them that much. But yeah, they haven't changed their story, and I've just heard from other people, you know, since then that you know that explanation just doesn't wash.
And they haven't gone out of their way to say anything otherwise so far.
No, I mean they say you know it was November 7th. They're moving on. They're just doing their daily thing. Well,
I tell you what, all the people who saw it must be feeling a little validated right about now, huh?
Oh yeah, and I'm getting tons of emails from other people who outside the airport as well as at O'Hare who also either cited that same object or saw the hole in the sky and said, "What is that?"
Wow. Okay, so what did it look like again to the folks who saw it? It was a saucer-like object
it was
hovering over the United terminal, right?
Yeah, directly over gate C-17. It was stationary in the sky, dark gray metallic, you know, like I say, saucer-shaped, no lights, and it was there for some minutes. And then when it disappeared, it just streaked through the clouds with such energy that it broke a big blue hole in the overcast, and the hole remained there for several minutes until the wind drifted and pushed the clouds back together.
So the blue was the sky.
Yeah, the blue was the sky, but otherwise the entire skyline was cloudy.
Totally overcast, huh? Man.
So you know, it's nothing. An airplane just doesn't react like that. It does. It slices through, and it doesn't disturb the atmosphere.
Man.
I'm so sorry to keep you guys waiting. Our EP is requesting all these different
Do you have other interviews set up after this, John?
Yeah, I'm going back on a radio station, a couple of radio stations this afternoon, and then Headline News has a show I'm doing at 3 o'clock.
Okay. Ooh, I'll have to watch if I'm... Yeah, I'll be off the set by then. Okay, Australia, what other international?
Oh my God! I mean, all over Europe.
Oh my gosh!
You know, hearing from people, you know, Ireland, they say, you know, we heard about what's happening at O'Hara.
You're kidding. I mean, Butch O'Hara.
I mean, just as well as serious, you know, researchers at major U.S. universities who've attempted to do their own investigations, and when they go to the government to try to get information, they get stonewalled. So there really is this universal feeling that the government knows a lot more than it's willing to tell.
Man, okay. Okay.
I'm just going to say, you know,
okay, here we go.
But
I think it's so cool that I was the first one to get to talk to you about it.
That's right, last Friday.
Yay. Okay. The UFO hair story the Chicago Tribune exclusively broke on New Year's Day is garnering attention around the world. Joining us now to talk about it once again is Tribune transportation writer John Hilkovich, who broke the story. And John, the response has been, well, out of this world, hasn't it?
Yes, it has been astronomical, Jim. Every major country, it seems, people have written in, both those who claim they spotted UFOs during their life, as well as serious researchers. I mean, just the last 2 days, this is my email